नमस्कार, सत श्री अकाल, आदाब दोस्तों। स्वागत है आपका एक बार फिर से कहानियों के हमारे इस खास कार्यक्रम में, जहां आप सुनते हैं हर दिन एक नए शख्स के जीवन के अनुभवों के बारे में। दोस्तों, इसी कड़ी में आज हम आपके लिए लेकर आए हैं मिसबाह कादरी की सफलता की कहानी। जी हाँ दोस्तों, आज आप जानने वाले हैं मिसबाह कादरी की लाइफ के एक्सपीरियंसेस के बारे में। आखिर किस तरह इन्होंने सफलता का मुकाम हासिल किया, इनके इस पूरे सफ़र के बारे में जानेंगे आज हम इनकी अपनी ज़ुबानी। लेकिन इनसे मिलने से पहले आइए इनके बारे में कुछ खास बातें कर लें। आपको बता दें, वर्तमान में ये दिल्ली में पीआर एजेंसी मोनोफीस की फाउंडर है। दोस्तों, इनका जन्म अहमदाबाद गुजरात में हुआ और पालन पोषण गुजरात के सूरत शहर में हुआ। कुछ समय बाद ये अपने परिवार के साथ लंदन में शिफ्ट हो गई और क्योंकि इनकी फैमिली में सभी जर्नलिज्म फील्ड से ही जुड़े थे, तो ऐसे में इन्होंने भी इसी फील्ड में आगे बढ़ने का फैसला किया और लॉ एंड मीडिया एंड इंग्लिश लिटरेचर में अपनी मास्टर्स पूरी की दोस्तों। और फिर अपनी मास्टर्स कंप्लीट करने के बाद जब ये लंदन से वापस इंडिया लौटी, तो इंडिया आने के बाद इन्होंने जर्नलिज्म फील्ड में ही कदम रखा और बतौर जर्नलिस्ट काम करते हुए अपनी एक अच्छी खासी पहचान बनाई। जी हाँ दोस्तों, इस दौरान इन्होंने कई पीआर एजेंसीज के साथ भी काम किया और कुछ समय इस क्षेत्र में काम करने के बाद इस दौरान कई अच्छे लोगों से इनका मिलना हुआ, काफ़ी कुछ नया सीखने को इन्हें मिला और इस तरह इस क्षेत्र विशेष के बारे में अच्छा खासा ज्ञान और अनुभव प्राप्त करने के बाद मिसबाह कादरी ने अपनी खुद की एक पीआर एजेंसी ओपन की, जिसे ये आज सफलतापूर्वक संचालित कर रही हैं। जी हाँ दोस्तों, वर्तमान में ये दिल्ली शहर में रह रही हैं और पीआर एजेंसी मोनोफीस की फाउंडर है। दोस्तों, ये मानती है कि लाइफ में जिस तरह इन्होंने एक लक्ष्य के साथ आगे कदम बढ़ाया और सफल हुई, ठीक इसी तरह अगर हर कोई अपना एक लक्ष्य निर्धारित कर जीवन में आगे बढ़े, तो निश्चित ही वो अपनी मंजिल को पाने में सफल हो सकते हैं और इन्हीं की तरह अपने काम से एक अच्छी खासी पहचान भी बना सकते हैं। तो दोस्तों, ये कुछ खास बातें थी मिसबाह कादरी के बारे में। अब इनकी ज़िंदगी से जुड़े तमाम अनुभवों के बारे में जानने के लिए आइए सीधा मिलते हैं इनसे और इनकी सफलता की ये पूरी कहानी सुनते हैं सिर्फ और सिर्फ इनकी अपनी ज़ुबानी।
My name is Misbah Kadri. I am from Gujarat, presently living in Delhi, and I've started my own PR agency. It's called Monofis. I have two brothers. I have parents. Both are into journalism, and yeah, it's a small nuclear family, all living in different parts of India. So my journey it started off. I was born in Ahmedabad, Gujarat, and then I moved to Surat. So I've done my schooling partially in Surat, Lutz Convent, and then we moved to the UK, United Kingdom, and we were settled in London. So I've done my schooling partially in London and did my college. I did my masters. I mean, here it's equivalent to bachelor's in law and media and English literature. And then I moved back to India. I worked for a couple of years in journalism. And while I was a journalist, I would interact with a lot of people from public relations, and I realized how this was an industry which was something which was it was very intriguing for me. And being a journalist, it sort of laid the foundation for me to join PR. It was the ideal switch that I could make. So now I've been in PR for quite some time. So everything, I mean, in my family, the way we function is that everybody is, they are functioning on their own. So right from the beginning, I had to try everything by myself, despite the fact that both my parents are in journalism also. I sort of, had to look for opportunities. And I moved to Bombay from Gujarat because I knew that Gujarat was, although it's a lovely place to reside in, I could not get the kind of satisfaction and gratification that I needed from my kind of work. So I moved to Bombay, and I've stayed in PGs in Mira Road, where the rent was 1,500. I had 2,500 with me, so I had to pay monthly rent of 1,500, and those were some really strange, weird years. But then I would work. I was working for a magazine called Business India. It's based out of Nariman Point in Mumbai. So I would travel from Mira Road to Churchgate, and I was also studying. I was trying to do a course in mass media, so I was doing that. And yeah, those were very interesting years, and I got to learn a lot. And it was a self sort of introspection time and understand what I really want in life and where do I see myself in the next couple of years. So yeah, I spent a couple of years at Business India. Then I moved to, that's when I decided. Before that, I'd been working for a publication called DNA, and then I moved to. I would meet a lot of PR people as a journalist, and I would see that there are some things, some issues that are missing. I mean, there was this gap in between and between journalists and PR people, and I would often talk to all these PR professionals and try and understand how does that industry work. Because for me, it sort of came across, how can an entire industry exist on the fact that you're just mediators. So that's how I used to see it at the beginning, that a PR person is nothing but sort of connecting me to a CEO. Then how is that entire industry functioning? I mean, it's something very easy, or very, it does not require any skill. And I was absolutely ignorant, and I was absolutely oblivious to the fact that PR is much more than it sort of defines an entire brand. It can make or break your brand. It can lend you the kind of identity and recognition that you need. It's a different ball game altogether. So I made my switch. I happened to get an offer from a leading PR agency in India. I joined there, and working there gave me a lot of exposure and understanding of what PR actually is. I worked with some of the industry veterans, and I got amazing guidance and understanding. So yeah, then I worked there for a couple of years, moved on to another leading PR firm. Again, fantastic people, fantastic colleagues, and it was a lovely experience. Now I've started my own PR agency, and I love what I do, and I want to just keep doing it. And COVID, I think, played an important role in me starting my own thing, because I realized how digital is going to be the future. And I was so sort of fed up of paying the exorbitant rents in Mumbai, although I love that city and it's the kind of place I would want to live in, but the rents were phenomenal. And for someone who's alone paying, these phenomenal amounts, it was not very feasible for me. So I moved to Delhi, and I initially moved to Goa. Presently, I'm in Delhi, and yeah, I have my own agency now. There are a lot of people. I mean, I sort of follow, and I try to. I don't have a role model as such, but I try and look up to women and men who sort of are go-getters. I really like that kind of attitude in people. I don't like sympathy, self-pity, or sort of sitting and seeking attention. I mean, it's just absolutely pointless, because every person that I meet is going through some kind of a struggle, and it's absolutely not possible to say कि uske paas zyada resources hai, ya fir he or she is succeeding because they have access to better opportunities or better resources. That's just an excuse. And I really look up to people who are just fearless, who have their own opinions, who want to sort of build their own identity rather than follow someone else. um, I really like the quote, which is wherever you go, there you are. It's very simple, but it's something that sort of guides me through in life, that I am not a tree. Like they say, I can move anywhere, I can do anything. I can be successful if I sort of put in my 100%. There's nothing stopping me. And yeah, so anyone who is trying to, at least making efforts to succeed in life, that person is my role model. I think education is it sort of gives you a decent foundation. I was very fortunate to have studied outside of India in London. I mean, the kind of education style that they have there, it's fantastic. I mean, it's something I wish. I mean, in a couple of years ago, I think about a year ago, we were trying to implement vocational training sort of a system in our Indian education system, but primarily I think here we focus a lot on theory. But there, when I studied, I'm not comparing the two systems, or I'm not saying that one system is better than the other, but I think more of practicality is really important on ground work, because I've worked with young people who don't come with very fancy degrees, or they don't have sort of a great hold on the language, but they are so good at what they do. I mean, they are passionate, they want to learn, they are keen on learning. I think that attitude, your aptitude, is a lot more important than a degree, because there are people with master's degrees and MBAs and etc. But if you don't have the will to succeed, and if you're not keen to invest that extra time or do. So a lot of people are in fact into professions that they don't even want to be in. So unless and until you're doing something that you're really crazily passionate about, it won't really work, even if you have a fantastic degree from Oxford or wherever. Monofis is a baby. It's very newly launched. It's my lovely PR agency that I've started with another investment partner. And it's, our aim, and my aim is to just sort of give, we make PR accessible to mid and, brands who are doing such fantastic work but are not able to access the kind of right visibility. Because I think you could be great at what you're doing, but if the world doesn't know, if your customer doesn't know that you are the best at what you're doing, I think all of your efforts are mostly going to waste. So unless you are a brand that is servicing to, directly to businesses, and you're not facing the consumer, I think every brand really needs PR. And Monofis works on the strategy that we are completely and entirely involved in the kind of work that we do. I know all of the agencies will claim to do the same, and everybody is doing great work. But Monofis is made up of people who are very passionate about PR, first of all, and who understand that every brand that we're working for, we work as if that brand is ours. And I think the people that we have worked with will attest to this statement that I've made. And yeah, so we want to give it the best that we can. I think for young people, I would really suggest that you first know what you want to do. I have met people who have said, मैंने तो mass media कर लिया because और कुछ था नहीं करने को, या फिर I've joined PR. I'm not sure which, even which industry I want to be in. And then even after you've joined PR, they don't know which sector they want to work for, because there are a lot of sectors here. There's finance PR, there is hospitality, there's aviation, there's travel and tourism, you name it. And it's and everything requires absolutely different kind of strategy. And yeah, so if you are not clear about where you want to be, what you want to do, I think that's the first step that you've taken wrong. And you don't decide after you've joined somewhere what you want to do. You think, you take a gap year if you need to, and then you decide that these are my strengths, these are my weaknesses, this is what is suitable for me. And once you've joined, I think you have to keep your mind open, and be ready to learn. Recently, I had heard in one of the podcasts, I think by Beer Biceps, and where Ranveer Ahluwalia, where he said that, he was mentioning a story, an anecdote of Amitabh Bachchan, where Amitabh Bachchan is talking to his son, I mean Abhishek, and Abhishek tells him that, Papa, how do you feel? Every Sunday there are people coming in, to meet you, and they stand outside the bungalow, and how do you feel about it? They keep on coming since so many years. And then Amitabh replied that, I just think that, will they come next Sunday? I just, will they stop coming, or will they again come back for me? That's what I'm worried about. That's what I think about. And I hope I am good enough and I keep performing enough, well enough for them to look up to me. So I think that is the kind of attitude that we need to have in life, that even when you are an Amitabh Bachchan, you're open to learning. And I think learning never stops. You keep that mind open. And there are a lot of people who will be better off than you. But yeah, never say never. So there have been, I've grown up, as I said, both my parents are journalists. So I've grown up in a sort of very newsy environment. And I was fortunate to always be around people. And I was always very fond of public speaking and meeting new people. And I was very competitive by nature. I really liked, healthy competition. And so, yeah, I was I was a fairly mischievous, I think, child. But I was also very, very focused on what I wanted to be. I, as I mentioned, I've done my education abroad in the UK. They have such an amazing practice that if you're interested, I used to suck at science, maths, all of that. I would just pass. I mean, I hated studying those subjects, but yeah. So I was fortunate enough to not have to focus on that, and we were allowed to focus more on areas that interested us. So I was very interested in English literature and media, and so they sent me off to Oxford for a study program. They sent me off to France for a study program, completely sponsored by them. So that was the good part, that it was sponsored by the state. So I think those were great experiences for me. And yeah, I ended up learning so much because I could not speak French, and I was sent to France on a study program. And the time I spent there, those 2 months, it was absolutely hilarious. I think it's very, very important to have someone who can. I mean, you can always seek advice, sort of a mentor. I did not really have a mentor, and I was, of course, open to journalism. I had seen at home, but I wanted to explore newer areas. But I was not wise enough to take enough advice from people who had seen the world, and hence I could not. I should have. I wish I had gone for, if not in PR, I would have opted for law, because I think law is something that is very, very interesting, and your job sort of, you're making an impact which is on the society, and you can sort of bring changes in the. I mean, if you are good enough, you can sort of bring changes in the way your constitution works, and you can make some difference in the lives of people on ground. So I think that is something that I would have loved to do, or I would have loved to join the IPS if I was bright enough. But academically, I was, apart from English literature, I was not really great at anything else. So, yeah, if I were to go back in time, I would definitely want to take up law or IPS. I was that kind of a child in school who would, I would, if I was not made the class captain, I would sort of, sulk, and I would just try and speak to the teacher. And because I always wanted to, be in that leadership, or I would just create like I would always have in my area at home also, I would have like a gang of, mostly there were boys in the gang group, and we would just sort of, mera ilaka hai, and then the other area would have like another Mawali type of gang like us, and they would be like, "Ah, ilaka to kutto ka hota hai." So we would. That's how we grew up. I mean, it's very cheap, absolutely silly sort of thinking of wanting to be a leader. But yeah, I've always wanted to be at the forefront. I've always wanted to sort of lead a group, and leader is someone, I think, who is ready to share information. Leader is not कि hierarchy में आपका boss है या फिर आपका senior है. Necessarily, I don't agree with that at all, because I've had juniors whom I've learned from so much, and junior by designation. So I think leaders are people who are sort of open to sharing information. I've had seniors who were, designation में काफी senior have seen people, but they were not very open to sharing what they know, their knowledge or resources. So I think that is someone, for me, a leader is someone who is who admits their mistakes, who not just takes credit, who sort of delegates work, who shares work, responsibilities, and the credit. So yeah, I try and do that as much as I can. I am sure I falter a lot, and I have people who have worked with me who can sort of give a testimony to that. But I believe in, a leader is someone not who is senior to you by hierarchy, but someone who is sharing all kind of responsibilities, and is open to sharing the knowledge that they've possessed over the last couple of years in their lives. When I'm not working, actually, I don't feel like I'm working even when I'm working, because I absolutely love what I do, like I've been saying repeatedly during this interview. But when I'm not actually facing the client, I really love the cliched traveling, but I really do. I am, anybody knows me would say that, I would just, and I'm unpredictable mostly in life. I don't plan ahead. I don't know if I should boast about it or brag about it, but yeah, that's how I am. I have no plan ahead. So I don't know where I'll be tomorrow. I could be in Dubai, or Dubai, my budget won't permit that, but I don't know. I could be in Mumbai, or Gujarat, or anywhere else in Himachal or Kashmir or Leh. I don't know. So I am very, I prefer spontaneity. And so if I'm not working, I'm traveling. I like reading. I like reading crime novels. So I'm a big crime novel fan, and Jeffrey Archer novels. I mean, earlier it used to be Agatha Christie. So yeah, I like reading. I like watching documentaries, especially crime documentaries, and yeah. So Yeah, I mean, my recent one, Made in India, was the Buradi murders case was really interesting. I've just finished watching that, so it's just on my mind like today. So yeah, so when I'm not working, I'm either traveling, I'm reading, I'm watching documentaries, I am on social media, very active. I love looking at and sharing memes. So yeah, memes are the future. I think COVID has been such a major game changer for everyone. It's fantastic. I think, I mean, I should not say this, but of course, COVID has had, when on a humanity level, it's been absolutely crazy and it's not been a great thing. But when it comes to business, I mean, on the work end, COVID has come as a boon to us because prior to COVID, it was the monotony was insane. I mean, we were just going into meetings physically, and there were these typical things happening, and brands were not very open to adopting the digital route. So I think COVID, in that sense, has been a boon to us. It sort of also brought the PR and media world, I mean, journalists closer together because journalists who were, before COVID, pre-COVID, the kind of some of the media that we were not able to form a rapport really. But post-COVID, the kind of incidents that happened, it was on a humanitarian level, we all connected. I think the whole world, this was the first time that a calamity, the entire world was facing together. So we all sort of came together and we all were sharing our, sorrows and, vulnerability. And being vulnerable, I think, is the biggest sign of being close, intimate to someone. And brands have been very, very agile in adopting this new digital route. And even the media universe, the print universe has sort of shrunk, and the digital world has opened up like insane. I mean, it's been crazy how quickly we've adopted to the whole thing. And at Monofis also, we are all working from home. We are all working remotely, and it's been as smooth as it was pre-COVID. There are no hiccups. Initially, when we started off post-COVID, it was pretty difficult. I was with a PR agency, and we were not very aware of what is happening and how to adopt to the new style of working. But it did not take too long. It took us a couple of weeks, in fact, and we were online, we were on track, and everything was transitioning so smoothly, so quickly. So I'm really glad. In India, it's just fantastic, these videos that I keep seeing, especially of teachers, of educators, the way they have absorbed the entire transition, the transformation. It's amazing. Every brand has and every field has, but education, I think, it's very pivotal. I mean, for kids, it's fantastic how everybody, and especially in India, in a country like India, where digital was not at the forefront, fantastic how every brand, every industry has adopted, absorbed the whole thing. So I think today is a great date, December 13th. It's my father's birthday. So I would want to take this opportunity. I mean, I have absolutely horrible vocal cords, and I'm sorry to force you to endure this torture. But yeah, I want to dedicate a song to my parents, Naeem Kadri and Rafat Kadri, and to my brothers, I mean, my family. I would just say, "Mm, तुम जियो हजारों साल ये मेरी है आरज़ू, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू अब्बा, and बाकी सब जियो हजारों साल, because I think they are very good, honest people. So yeah, thank you for going through this conversation of mine, listening to me, and it's been such a lovely, wonderful experience. And if you like my story, and this is just about as much as I could say today, but I hope it was interesting enough. And if it was, do like the video and share it. And I think if you have an interesting story to share, just like mine, then please come online here and share it with the world. Thank you so much for especially the last part of listening me sing. Have a lovely time ahead.
दोस्तों, आप सुन रहे थे पीआर एजेंसी मोनोफिस के फाउंडर मिसबाह कादरी की कहानी इनकी अपनी जुबानी। ऐसी ही प्रेरक कहानियां रोजाना सुनने के लिए चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन जरूर दबाएं। और अगर आज की ये कहानी आपको पसंद आई है दोस्तों, तो जल्दी से इसे लाइक, कमेंट और शेयर करें। मौका है आपके पास भी अपनी कहानी हर शख्स तक पहुंचाने का, तो आइए और जुड़िए आप भी इस मुहिम में हमारे साथ और सुनाइए अपनी कहानी देशवासियों को। जी हाँ दोस्तों, आपकी कहानी ले आएगी लोगों के जीवन में आशा की एक नई किरण। तो आइए और दीजिए इस मुहिम में हमारा साथ। लेट्स इंस्पायर टुगेदर, इफ वी कैन इंडिया कैन। जी हाँ दोस्तों, जिस तरह मिसबाह कादरी ने अपने जीवन से जुड़े किस्सों, अनुभवों और संघर्षों के बारे में हमें बताया, उसी तरह आप भी अपने जीवन के हर पड़ाव, हर दौर को एक बार फिर से याद करें और अपनी लाइफ की पूरी कहानी हमारे साथ साझा करें। दोस्तों, आपके अनुभवों से देशवासियों को मिलेगी एक नई प्रेरणा। तो जल्दी से शेयर करें अपनी कहानी हमारे साथ। फिलहाल वक्त हो चला है आप सभी से इजाजत लेने का, लेकिन बहुत जल्द एक बार फिर होंगे हाजिर एक नई कहानी के साथ। तब तक के लिए आप बने रहिए हमारे साथ, देखते रहिए कहानियों का हमारा एक खास कार्यक्रम और लीजिए हर नई कहानी से हर दिन एक नई और सच्ची प्रेरणा। नमस्कार।